Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today I'm going to continue the same lesson and I'm going to start of your homework. Okay, teacher? Okay. Now, question number 4. A ship sails 200 kilometer on a bearing of 243.7. How far south it traveled? Okay. Now, teacher, احنا في عنا ship sails 200 kilometer on a bearing of 243. The first point, determine the starting point. This is the starting point. Okay, draw the north. This is the north. تمام. Now draw before 200 kilometer. Draw the bearing of 243.7. As I said last time, to draw the bearing 243.7, you have to know the starting point. This one. Draw the north. عملنا النورth. Now, the angle is clockwise always. And don't forget, this angle is called reflex angle. 243.7 is called reflex angle. So you have to draw reflex angles. The reflex angle is here greater than 180, right? So you need now to extend this line, and you know this angle is 180. But you have reflex angle greater than 180. That means you need to draw like this angle. Tamam? So now this angle now is 204.7 degrees. And now addition distance distance is 200. هلا teacher حط ال 200 على this line. You can say مثلا this point is هون عندك 200 kilometer. So this is finishing point. Tamam? This is your finishing point. Okay. How you can teacher now the question about how far what? How far south has it traveled? How far south has it traveled? هسه موضوع south how far south how far north teacher موضوع سهل بس بده يعني شوية انه الواحد يكون مفتح. هلا نتكلم احنا على الساوث. احنا وين الفينيشينج بوينت؟ This is finishing point. تمام؟ This is your finishing point. هو بده وين كانت الستارتنج بوينت؟ This is starting point. This is finishing point. This is starting point. تمام؟ بالنسبة تيجي الآن للساوث، الساوث راح يكون هذا هو الساوث with respect to finishing point. Just now you need to draw what? You need to draw right triangle. Draw right triangle. وين الرايت triangle؟ بتنزل لي من الفينشينج بوينت to the north. دائما بتنزل من drop from the finishing point to the north direction or to the extended line. The extended line اللي هو هذا. إذن this is your now right triangle. تمام؟ So we need to find what? We need to find south distance. وين الساوث؟ الساوث راح تكون from this point starting point to the south. تمشي لي ايش؟ باتجاه مين؟ الساوث direction. So now we need to find this. This is called X. Okay. Now we have this right triangle. Right? تمام. Where is your acute angle? We need to find this angle. This is acute angle. How you can find this angle? It is easy to find this angle. Why? لأنه teacher you know this. هاي عندك الرeflex angle. Subtract 180 you get ايش؟ acute angle. So you need to subtract 204.7 minus 180 you get what? Sorry teacher نطيت على سؤال تاني شكلي أنا. 243.7 minus 180 you get ايش؟ you get 63.7. So now this angle is 63.7. تمام. Now we need to find X. Now you have this right triangle. لازم نحدد right triangle صح. So how you can find X? This is called adjacent and 200 is hypotenuse. Which function now contains adjacent over hypotenuse اللي هو مين؟ اللي هو الكوساين. So you have to take cosine 63.7 equals what? equals اللي هو ال adjacent x cosine 63.7 equals adjacent, which is x over what? Over hypotenuse اللي هو 200. So x equals, multiply now 200 times cosine 63.7, you get 88.6. 88.6. ايش اليونت راح تكون؟ كيلومتر. This is kilometer. Okay teacher, this is part A. Now part B. Part B now, how far west has it traveled? We are talking now teacher about west. مرة تانية teacher لما يقول لك west هلا نفس الكلام. وين الفينيشينج بوينت؟ الفينيشينج بوينت is this. Sorry. This is ايش؟ finishing point. This one. Okay? This is finishing point. تمام. We are talking about the west distance. Okay. To find the west distance, the starting point is this. The finishing point is this. الويست راح يكون this. يضلك ماشي لي باتجاه الويست. Okay. To reach لمستوى مين؟ الفينيشينج point. So actually we need this distance. But this distance, this one, equals to this one. Right? So if you can find the length of this side, it is equal to this side. تمام؟ خلاص إذا find this. This is called y now. Y with respect to 63.7 to this angle now, to this angle is opposite. 200 is hypotenuse. So now you have to use what? Sine. Opposite over hypotenuse. So now sine 63.7 equals الopposite اللي هو y over 200. Y over 200. So now you can say y equals, multiply now 200 times sine 63.7, you get 179.3. This is the final answer طبعا kilometer for this question. So this was your homework. Okay teacher. طيب نروح الآن teacher to question number 7. ركزوا معي الله يرضى عليكم. An aircraft flies 400 km from a point O on a bearing of 025 degrees. Don't forget the bearing in 3 digits as you see teacher. And then 700 km on a bearing of 080 degrees to arrive at B. How far north of O is B? طيب كمان مرة وشوي شوي. عندي an aircraft flies 400 km from a point O on a bearing 0.25. So first of all, the starting point is called O. This is starting point اللي هي مين؟ ال O. بنحدد هون teacher. This is the starting point is called O. Now draw the north. Draw the north from the starting point. تمام. This is north. تمام. إذا حددنا النورث. هاي النورث. تمام. هلا after that بقول لك عندك ال aircraft flies 400 km from a point O at a bearing 0.25 degrees. كيف نرسم ال bearing? How you can draw the bearing? To draw the bearing we have 3 points. Determine the starting point. I did it. Now second point, take clockwise direction from the north. Start from the north. Then ايش حبيبي بدنا نعمل؟ draw 25 degrees from the starting point. فأنا حاخد هاي starting point باجي هون بنعمل ايش؟ 25 degrees. So now this angle now, this angle 25 degrees. تمام. This one. So this angle 25. أما بالنسبة إلى teacher الديستانس اللي هي كم 400 كيلومتر. بتعين هاي البوينت now this point and this is ايش 400 كيلومتر. is it clear؟ تمام. now continue. إذا مرة تانية an aircraft flies 400 كيلومتر. هاي ال 400 كيلومتر كيف تحركت ال 400 كيلومتر؟ ال 400 كيلومتر on a bearing of 0.25 degrees. هيها رسمناها اللي هي 0.25 degrees وعملنا ال finishing point كانت هون. after that now then 700 kilometer on a bearing of 0.80 to arrive at B. أيوة. after that هسا هاي ال finishing point اللي هي for the first ايش للجولة الأولى. هلا هيك هي مشت أول مرة مشت 400 كيلومتر of bearing 25 degrees. now second teacher step مشت 700 كيلومتر on a bearing of 0.80. تمام. هي من وين بلشت تتغير teacher الدايركشن؟ from this point. now this point is the starting point. so now you need to start from this point. draw now the north. لازم نرسم النورث. okay this is now north. new north now. north this north. هلا من هذا النورث the distance is 700 kilometer on a bearing of 0.80. now we draw this angle. any accurate angle with 0.80 degrees. how you can now draw now this angle? to draw now this angle هلا نفس الشيء starting point. this starting point and this is the north. now from the north draw 0.80 degrees draw 700 كيلومتر. لا الانجل خليها هيك. تمام. so now this is ايش the distance is 700 kilometer right. so this is one. نكبرها شوي teacher. تمام. now this one is 700 kilometer. is it clear? and to arrive at B. so this is finishing point is called B. تمام. now the question is how far north of A is B? how far north of A is B. بدي teacher north distance of B with respect to what? with respect to O. what does it mean now this? هلا أنا عندي هو بيتكلم عن starting point O. تمام. we are talking about this point. تمام. we are talking now about this point. هلا بدي مين؟ بدي البي. اعمل لي دروب البي على مين؟ النورث of O. مش not this north. I'm not talking about this north. I'm talking about the north of O. تمام. so now to find the north distance of O is B. so you need to take which one? we need to take this north. اعمل لي drop من ال B للnorth like this. تمام. so you need also to what? okay teacher بس I extend this the north of O. so teacher we need now to find how north of O is B. that means إنه I need to find the north for this point اللي هي ال B with respect to this north. with respect to this north. تمام. so you have to drop the line from B to the north of O. تمام. so now where is your now right triangle? where is your right triangle? your right triangle is this. من هون like this. okay and this and this. is it clear teacher? So this is your right triangle now. Okay, we need which distance now is wanted. We need to find which distance in the north. In north, we need to find now. North is this. This is x now. Okay, how you can find x now? How you can find x? To find x, actually, teacher, you need to take two right triangles. Now, in this red triangle, there is nothing صراحة. ولا شيء معلوم على red triangle. So, you have to divide this shape into two right triangles. The first one is this. This is the first triangle. Is it clear? Take this triangle. Okay. And before, remove this x. Okay. So سمي هاي teacher is مثلا this is نسميها مثلا teacher T. Okay. Find T. And the second triangle is this. Take this right triangle. This one. And suppose this is R. R small. أو خليها ال R هون. This is R. This is right triangle now. Okay. Now I'm going to find T first, then find R, then add them. T plus R, you get this. This is the north. This is the north distance. Is it clear? Again, we need to find how far north of O is B. يعني teacher, we need to find the north distance. North من وين لوين? From the starting point O. هو السؤال حدد ال O. من ال O teacher لوين لهون. لهذا هو النورث. النورث باتجاه مين؟ باتجاه البوينت B. I need to find this distance. How you can find now this distance? As I said, you have to take the first small right triangle plus take the second right triangle. So find T, then find R, then add them, then you can find the total distance. Okay, now let's start. Now you have this angle is 25 degrees, right? This is 25. This is 25. And T is adjacent. 400 is hypotenuse. So take now cosine 25. Cosine 25 equals adjacent اللي هو T over 400. You get T equals what? 186.5. 186.5. تمام. هسا go to the second triangle. This one. In this triangle ايش teacher عندي؟ In this triangle we have 80 degrees. This angle is given, right? معطيني إياها من البارت الأول بس يمكن مسحت. This is 80. This is 80 degrees, right? So take now this triangle. عندك teacher this side is 700. This is 700. So 700 is hypotenuse. R is adjacent. So again use cosine. Now take cosine 80. Cosine 80 equals adjacent, which is R small, over hypotenuse اللي هي means 700. So now R equals 700 now times cosine 80. You get 1 to 100 to 1.6. You can see this is H teacher R, and this is T. Now we need to find the total distance from this point to this point. This is the north distance. We need to find this one اللي هي T plus R. T plus R, you get when you add them, add 1 to 1 plus 186, you get 186.5, you get 308. Okay, sorry teacher about t بس الكالكوليتر أنا خربشت في الكالكوليتر. The answer is not 186. ممكن اللي حسب كان طلع معاه إشي تاني. The answer is 362. 362.5, right? So when you add them plus now 121.6, you get 484. 484.1. So this is the final answer. Tamam? Okay. So this is part A. Now part B, how far east of O is B? Now we are talking about east distance. Tamam? So I'm going to remove this to answer part B. But before that, let's write here 484 in this. Tamam? So this one now, this distance is 400 because I need it next time. This one. This is وين راحت? This one 400 484.1. Tamam teacher? Okay. Okay, now the question is how far east is O? How far east of O is B? Now we are talking about the east direction. Well, now which one? We means now this direction. This is the finishing point B. We are talking about the starting point اللي هي O. East, now drop this line from B to the north. هيا باتجاه مين؟ باتجاه الإيست. Or sorry teacher. Or teacher, you can take هاي الأوريجين هون. This is the starting point. Go to east to B. So actually I need this. I need this distance. But this one and this one are equal. تمام. So that means find which one? Find this line. We need to find this. Okay. Again now teacher, I'm going to follow the same strategy as I did in the first part. Now it is not easy to find the east distance from the big triangle. So I'm going to take I want to find now this line first. This is this one, and suppose this line is called مثلا X, and then find the length of this side. This is Y. Then add X plus Y together to get what? To get this distance. Is it clear? Because this is east distance equals X plus Y. How you can find X plus Y now? Teacher, the same. Start with this triangle now. Start with this. البلاك. عندك الانجل 25. الواي now, الواي is this side is opposite to 25. وال 400 is ايش؟ hypotenuse. So now you need to take which one? Which function? You have to take sine. Sine 25 equals opposite, which is y, over 400. So now y equals 400 times sine 25 بيطلع عندك 169.04. خلاص, it's enough. This is ايش؟ y. Now to find x, go to this triangle. خلينا نرسمه بالجرين. Take this triangle now. شايفينه؟ هذا التريانجل. And find x. Where is your angle? الانجل اللي هي ال 80. تمام؟ انتوا حاولوا ضبطوا رسمتكم تكون اوضح من هيك. تمام. So again x is ايش؟ This is opposite. وال r sorry مش r الان عندي. وال 700 وال 700 شو راح تكون؟ راح تكون هي الهايبوتنيوز. تمام. So also take sine. Now take sine 80 equals the opposite, which is x over 700. فبيطلع عندي x equals 700 times sine 80 gives 689.4. Now add them, add x and y. When you add them, x plus y, you get the final answer for part B, plus 169. The answer is 858.3 or 0.4. تمام. So now this distance now نشيل هذا كله هيك. Now teacher, this distance, sorry, this distance is 858.3 or 0.4. تمام. Okay, now part C, last part. Find the distance and bearing of B from O. أيوة. هلا أنا بدي distance وبدي bearing of B from O. في كلمة bearing في الموضوع. ركز لي على starting point. Starting point is O. Finishing point is B. Give me the bearing, then give me the distance from O to B. Find the bearing from O to B. طيب تمام. خلينا نظبط الرسمة ونكمل. Okay, now part C. Find the distance and bearing of B from ايش O. فاحنا حكينا teacher هلا وين starting point؟ starting point راح تكون مين؟ راح تكون اللي هي O. تمام. والnorth, this is the north. خلينا نغير الكلر. شو بدكم؟ نختار ايش؟ نختار لون جديد شوي. تمام. هاي النورث. this is the north. تمام. وبدي البي الفينيشينج بوينت. هاي الفينيشينج بوينت بي. we need to find this distance OB. تمام. and you have this right triangle now. right. تمام. this is the right triangle. okay. okay. we need to find two things. We need to find the bearing of B from O. That means إنه O is the starting point. تمام. You have to take now clockwise from the north to this line. تمام. So we need to find this angle now. This angle now is the bearing. How you can find now this angle? To find this angle, teacher, it is easy. Why? Because we found اللي هو ال 858. This is called opposite. And we find also 484. This is called adjacent. Right? So to find OB, you can use opposite over adjacent, which is tan. Right? تمام. So use tan. This angle is called, سمي الانجل مثلا theta now. Now tan theta, tan. I'm going to find teacher angle before OB, sorry. I'm going to find the angle theta, the bearing. So tan theta equals the opposite اللي هو 858.4 over adjacent اللي هو 484.1. هسه teacher, if you remember teacher, if you want to find the angle you have to take inverse. Any question about angles, sine, cosine or tan, you have to take the inverse. So theta now is equal tan inverse of this 858.4 over 484.1. You get the answer now. The answer is 60. طبعا 0 60 3 significant figures okay 3 digits 0 60 point you can take 0.6 this is the answer تمام this is the bearing this is the bearing okay so this is the answer for the first part in part C. Now part B, find the distance. Okay, the distance of B from O. So we need now to find this distance. How you can find this distance? It is very easy. Why? Because you have many ways to find this distance from O to B. You can use Pythagoras, right? ليش Pythagoras? You know, you have right triangle. This is right triangle, right? So and عندك this side is given, this side is given, so you can find the hypotenuse, right? تمام. Or you can use also sine, cosine, or tan, one of them. Which one? You can use either sine or cosine to find the hypotenuse. So now, you know, theta now is given. Theta now is given. This angle now is 60 point, or sorry, شو الانجل طلعت؟ Yes, 60.6. This angle is 60.6. You can use now sine 60.6 equals the opposite لل 6 اللي هي 858.4 8 راح توسع هون sine 60.6 equals the opposite 858.4 تمام over what over hypotenuse الhypotenuse سميه مثلا h خليه زي ما هو h الhypotenuse is h now find h equals 858.4 times sine 60.6 you get 700 sorry teacher اللي هي not times it is divisions right h equals 858.4 over what over sine 60.6 which gives 985.3. This is the final answer. Okay, so this is the answer for part for question number 7. هسا teacher good news انه بيجيبوا لكم مش هيك اسئله كتير صعبه زي هدول زي سؤال question number 7. عادة السؤال بيجي يعني easier than this. اوكي فما تخافوش يعني بالفاينل اكزام بكون السؤال اسهل من هيك بس يعني اذا انت هذا السؤال فهمته شيء كتير كتير كويس تمام الله يعطيكم العافية question number 8 شو راح يكون question number 8 is homework it is easier than 7 this is homework تمام هسه بصور لكم اياه